What's up, world? Hey, Scott Sticane here again, House of Sticks channel. I realize it's been about a month since I got another video up, and I said in the last video that I'd have one up tomorrow maybe. But guess what? Having a YouTube channel, doing this stuff is way harder than I thought it was. But today, right now, what we're going to talk about is 5 things that everybody can do to get out of your crappy corporate America job. So, number 1, like I said, welcome back. Right now, we're just gonna, this being video number 2, man, we went to India, we got everything there, we made some really awesome connections with people, we got some really sick footage. I'll show some of that here in a couple weeks. But man, having a YouTube channel and like putting yourself on camera is so hard. Like, I tried to film myself in the bathroom on the Etihad flight. Made it on the airplane, I don't even remember, 7. That didn't really work out too well because we're on the plane for 16 hours and bro, that's rough, man. The flight from here to Abu Dhabi is a rough flight. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for being here. Thanks for even putting up the time to watch this silly video that I put together. Hope it finds some value. Please make some comments, do that sort of stuff. But today, we're gonna talk about the 5 things that you can do just to make sure that you can get out of corporate America and do the things that you really wanna do. Because like I said before, my desire for this channel is really to give you the opportunity, the place, the platform, to be able to ask questions, to put yourself in a situation where you can accomplish the things that you wanna do. And I just really want to be a resource. So I don't know how much you know about my story. We'll get to that in probably some other episodes. I think I recorded that in the last video, but I'm not sure that I'm going to show it because it feels kind of weird. Anyway, so 5 things. Number 1, make a plan. I know it sounds really silly and really simple, but the best thing that you could do at your corporate job is if you want to make a change, you have to figure out how to make that change into reality. The best way to do that is probably for you to make a plan. Now you say, Scott, what are you talking about a plan? Really simply, look at your job in a different way. Figure out where am I now and where do I want to go? How do I take advantage of the things that I have in my job and what don't I have that tell me where I want to go? Figure out what's in between the two and make the little steps in between to get to where you want to go. Maybe it's buying a new camera for yourself. Maybe it's taking time off and being more intentional with your projects. Maybe it's sticking around on every project and making sure you get that extra shot or that extra whatever to put in your portfolio, to put in your reel, to get noticed, to get other jobs, right? Because that's the goal. At the end of the day, you work for money. You don't work because you want to work for another company. You work so that you can eat, so you can pay rent, and so ultimately you can do the things that you want to do. Make a plan, write it down. I guess that's kind of 1A and 1B, but anyway, number 1. Yo, and number 2, it's kind of hot in here, so I need to take off the sweatshirt. So yeah, it's Texas, it's the winter time, but it's hot in this office. So anyway, number 2, the thing that you really want to make sure that you can do to make a good, after you've made your good plan, is to start taking steps on that plan. It's the most difficult one of all these 5 things, is actually doing. So many people plan and plan and plan, and they have that plan in place, but they never execute it. So the second really thing that you really have to do is start walking, right? The journey of 1,000 miles starts with 1 step. So let this be an encouragement to you to start doing. Stop talking about things, stop planning things after you get that plan in place. Just try and be okay with the results. Whatever it is, be okay with the results. Number 3 for you. Please be okay with failure. So many times in corporate America, you hear all this stuff like, hey, it's okay to fail quickly, do all these things, but when it really comes down to it, nobody really wants you to fail. The idea here of failing quickly is so that you can as quickly as possible, you can figure out, remember, you're trying to go from here to here? I guess that's camera on backwards, so you're trying to go from here to here. What you really want to do is make sure that you can take all the little steps. Somewhere along the way, you're going to take a wrong step. So ideally what you want to do is be okay enough with failing to be like, hey, this is the wrong way. Oh, now I found the right step. Oh, now I found the wrong way. Let's go back to the right step. And to be okay with failure, because you know what's going to happen. A lot of times there's happy surprises along the way. where you're gonna be able to not take the right step, but that right step leads you to the thing that you really wanted to do in the end. Which brings me to point number 4. Be willing to change your plan along the way. It's one thing to have a plan, it's great to actually start doing it, fail quickly, but really in the end, be okay with being flexible. Being flexible is going to be really the key component to everything that you're going to want to be able to do, because there is absolutely no way you're going to understand what you needed to do today versus where you want to be in 10 years from now, or 5 years from now, or even next year. But anyway, back to the point. Make sure that you are absolutely 100% okay with changing your plan. Having a plan is great, but even better than that is being flexible and being able to chart a new course to a new destination that's a new plan that you may find better than your original plan. So be okay with it. Go for it. And number 5. Number 5, probably the most important one and the most difficult one for somebody like me, love everybody along the way. The best thing that you're going to have is the relationships in your life. So make sure that you take care of all the people that help you get there. It's one thing to have talent, it's another thing completely to be a good person with talent. If you're a really super talented person and everybody loves you, man, you'll have all sorts of jobs. Typically those people aren't around. But less talented people who are really super good and really super good to work with tend to get a lot of work and a lot of jobs and a lot of opportunity. So make sure you take care of everybody around you, from the smallest person to the most important person. Look at everybody the same, be a great individual, love others as you want to be loved, and man, go from there. So with all that said, make a comment, let me know what you want to do. 5 tips to get out of corporate America. I know they're a little touchy-feely, but you know what? We're starting to try to figure out what I want to do, how we want this channel to go, trying to keep the excitement up, trying to make this sucker go live. So anyway, leave a comment. If you want to subscribe, do that whole thing. Follow us. We'll post all of our projects on Vimeo, on our Vimeo link. I think there's a Vimeo link below. There's a subscribe button, a like button, all that stuff. Not really sure what they do yet, but we'll get around to it. So anyway, thanks for your time. We've got a whole content calendar. I don't know where the printout is. We've got a whole content calendar for you for this whole upcoming year. This is actually the beginning of my New Year's resolution to actually get this YouTube channel started. So again, thanks for watching. Scott's the Cane, House of Sticks.